winter wild camping. For some people, that means something that's rugged and embracing the full force that nature can bring. For others though, wild camping in winter takes on a more milder nature, which can still deliver up something majestic, spectacular, and highly memorable.
Hey team, your mate Barry Watson here. Great to see you as winter sets in here in New Zealand, and it is rather cold and it is certainly windy. So whether your next winter trip is going to be more of a milder or a wilder nature, I want to give you a lot of tips so you can stay safe and also, more importantly, have a ton of fun out there. So if you're ready, let's rip into it.
Starting off, your top 3 gear items, of course, your tent, your sleeping bag, and your mattress. In ideal weather, a stronger 3-season tent is fine, and I'd exclude ultralights on this case. However, the best option, of course, above the snow line is a true 4-season tent that you especially know how to pitch in bad weather. I'll link in the description a video that pertains to helping you in this regard. If all you have though is a sturdy 3-season tent, you'll need to pitch it in fair weather below the snow line and away from potentially falling trees, especially if the wind is up. And in terms of some tent tips, ideally try to set up your tent so you've got at least an hour of sunshine before the sunset and the temperature plummets to freezing. In the morning, try to leave camp when the sun hits your tent, warms you and your tent up a bit, and obviously dries it out a bit also. If you're sharing your tent with someone, make sure that they know how to put the tent up, because in strong winds you really struggle to hear each other. To help make your tent that much lighter, use the cloth to wipe down the inside and the outside of any frozen condensation, frost or snow. Shaking it when you've unpegged it can also help lighten the load as well. Get the best sleeping bag you can afford, ideally one that has water-treated goose down feathers, so that if it gets wet, the feathers won't clump together and the bag become useless at warming you up. And because I have trust issues around the temperature rating of most sleeping bags, I'll suggest you get a comfort level of at least 5 degrees lower than what you ideally need.
See what you like about winter camping, but man, this is freaking awesome. I absolutely love this.
As good as a sleeping bag is, you'll still feel very cold without a really good mattress, and even more if you plan to camp on snow. So get a specific winter mattress that has an R rating as close to or higher than 5 as you can. If you don't have one that's of this sort of rating, you'll need to bolster it up with a closed cell foam under your lesser 3-season mat. In terms of clothes, it's all about the layers. It starts with a merino base layer t-shirt, followed by a longer sleeve, thinner skivvy, then a fleece sweatshirt, down jacket, and 2 to 3 layers of gloves and hats, of course. And then on top, a waterproof jacket. Because strong wind can blow away your gear, which I've had this happen to me, always make sure you got more gear than what you need. One of the best luxury items I like wearing around camp and in bed if it's really cold is a pair of down booties, which are light and help keep my feet really warm. If you're a person who profusely sweats like I do, changing into some clean clothes before you set up your tent can be a great idea, as it's amazing how cold it can get when you're not walking with a heavy pack on. When the sun sets and night falls, unless you're tenting near the warmth of a hut, get used to going to bed really early. For some of us, it's like between 6 and 7, simply to keep yourself warm and to escape the cold. And of course, if you can get a fire going, bonus. So if you're a person that doesn't get to sleep that quickly, download a movie on your phone, bring some cards you can play with others in your tent, or just do whatever to pass the time and have some fun. I know some people, in fact, I was one of them, that say, heck, I don't need a pillow, I'll just fold up my clothes and put my head on that. Well, that's great until it's really cold one night and you have to wear your clothes to keep yourself warm. That's why I always take a lightweight pillow with me, and I absolutely love it. Here's a good gas-saving tip from my friend Bill. When you're melting snow to get water, pour in some water first into the pot before you pack it down with snow, and that'll melt it quicker and, of course, save you on some valuable gas. From a safety perspective, winter weather can be very unpredictable, so always let someone know where you're going, take a personal locator beacon, and check the forecast before you go and the weather closely as you travel. And at the end of the day, I think a really great trip is when you come home with lots of great memories, a few extra skills that you've learned along the way, and some great gear items you want to look into that you can add to your kit list. By doing this, that'll help you slowly build up your skills and your experience for the next time you go on your winter wild camping trip.
So that'd be my tips. What about yours? Put in the comments, what are your winter tips for having a safe and a fun time out there? And of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next action-packed, informative and hopefully slightly humorous video. And until then, always when you're out there, stay safe, stay strong. See you in the next video, everyone. Bye.